Hello, is it visible to everybody? Hello, everyone.
Madam.
Hope for everybody the audio is mute. Hello, everyone. Actually, the training is on behalf of IT Tools Training. I'm Deepthi, your tutor for the entire course. Hope the screen sharing, everything is visible now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, hi, everyone. I assume most of you are freshers, like students, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me introduce first of all myself so that everybody can join. Sorry for the delay, first of all, because I'm late. I'm Deepthi. First of all, when I started my career, after MTech, I started as assistant professor in engineering college for different universities. When I was into my maternity leave, I started learning. After that, my friend just told me, why can't you try as a Python developer 4 years back? 1 second. Okay. Is it audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please mute your audios while I'll be explaining. For the introduction section, it's completely fine. So from past 4 years, 4.5 years, I am a Python developer as well as I'm a corporate trainer. I joined as a part-time job for IT Tools also 2 years back. Now currently, what else I can say, like I'm into Python for 4 long years. Just what I want to tell is, whatever your course is or whatever your background is, it doesn't matter to us at all. Whenever you think you want to learn something new, you can just join with different courses. Now, first of all, the Python has become mandatory in IT sectors or in college side or whatever. Just for example, in many of the universities, they are removing the C language for the first year students, and they are making the curriculum activity as, instead of C, they are making it as Python option. That much Python is very much essential right now in IT sector or in for freshers also. Let us see how many career options you will get, what are the career options, everything. But first of all, let us know what is Python first. First of all, today we'll be discussing as agenda with you people, why to learn Python, especially in 2021, why to learn Python, and then advantages of learning Python. Here, what I want to say is, usually the simple question will be asked to you is, what did you do in pandemic time, right? So for that, your simple answer can be like, still the pandemic is still going on. So your simple answer can be, I learned Python. And one more thing here, what I want to tell is, how much precisely or clearly you will learn, that matters. How quickly you will learn, that doesn't matter to us. The options will be there. The career option will be keep on coming to you people, but you have to master the art of learning, that's all. Next, we'll be discussing advantages and how this training can help you with your career growth and academics. And finally, the course structure of Python and what are the other things like frameworks and all we'll be learning. Coming to definition of Python, first of all, Python is a multi-paradigm programming language. Paradigm means, as you will be knowing, style of programming language. Multi-paradigm means Python supports both structural as well as functional programming languages. Say, for example, C course or C++ course. Both can be written like with the version of Python. Second thing, it is scripting language in the sense manually you were compiling, no, like when you are writing just let's assume C or C++, you were debugging the program, right? Manually, the button used to be there, or compilation used to happen. I agree, in Python also it should happen, it will be happening, but manually you need not do anything. You will just click on run button. Fine, you should know who introduced Python language to us. It is none other than Guido van Rossum. In, of course, 1989, when I was born, 32 years back. Still, Python is a powerful programming language. Day by day, it is getting developed more and more, or more and more libraries, modules, packages, or what to say, getting added by Pythonians, of course. And one more funny thing which I want to disclose with you people is, when Guido van Rossum started coding Python or writing Python programming, he was also reading a comic series, it seems, Monty Python's Flying Circus. By there, he just picked up the character which was famous, that is Python. He just named his programming language as Python because of that. So there is no special meaning why this language, programming language, got named as Python. Will it gulp everything or something? Nothing like that. It's just a simple story behind. If your interviewer is asking somewhere like, what do you know about Python? Why it got such name? You can just tell that is because he was reading some comic series. Okay, now coming back to our first question, why to learn Python? First of all, if you want to make a huge amount of money, or your salary growth should be there, or incentives or whatever, that is the first option. Of course, if everybody wants to learn Python because of career growth only. But first of all, what I want to tell is languages are being replaced. See, when language A started, like when the computer, everything got started, language A used to be there, right? After that, it shifted to B, and then to C, and then to C++, and furthermore. Now, right now, Python is essential for everything. Imagine first year student after learning PUC, +2, they are learning Python means what is the demand for Python in current society? You can just imagine. Society means I'm talking about IT world. You can just imagine. Everything can be written by using Python, whether it is programming, just a simple program, whichever you will be using in labs, C++ labs, or whether it is the high range game or website creation. Within 1 hour, you will be able to create a simple website, imagine. That is why we'll be telling it's first of all easy, and you can go easily with Python. Okay, easy to learn in the sense, when Guido van Rossum thought about this Python, his basic idea was to, if you know English, it's more than enough. First of all, think those who are coming from maternity leave, or those who are what to say, whether they're working or not working, they don't have any career, like they are freshers, they can easily learn Python means how easy the language should be. I'll show some of the codes also, like how easily you can write it down. That is the first thing. Second of all, less lines of codes, in the sense, how many lines ever you were writing with respect to C or C++, half of that, or even less half of that, you can go with Python. Next, simple to implement means actually Python itself is having ideally, or the software. Other than that also, you will be having different IDEs. Just you have to install that, and you can just type the program and just run. That's all the implementation part will be, or that's all the user or the developer has to do. Next, huge library support, in the sense, if it is very simple to implement, what is the meaning of that? There should be a huge library support, right? That means for everything in Python, libraries, packages, modules, n number of packages, if you just search in Google also, n number of packages, modules, library support will be given. Keras, Panda is there. Panda is for, of course, Excel sheets. If you want to go with, you have to go with Pandas, or you have to go with game creation also. You have to go with Pandas. For calculator purpose, NumPy is there, number Python it is. Like that, many other different libraries are there. Right now also they want to create more and more library support to Python. Next, advantages of Python. There are just many different advantages are there in Python, but still, if you just want to name some of the advantages or means, if you have to go with machine learning, first of all, the basic language which you should know is Python. You can just shift to artificial intelligence. You can just learn Django, or you have to go with R or big data. For everything, Python is essential. You want to create some prototypes, then also you can go with Python. Automation work, data mining, big data, as I had mentioned earlier, for everything, Python is right now mandatory. Next thing, career growth or in academics, as I mentioned earlier, it is being a part of your curriculum activity, or it will be included in your syllabus very shortly, even after 2021, like when the first batch of engineering, of course, will be starting. They want to include Python as programming language. And next, if you are looking for better career options, first of all, after this PPT, I'll just show you how many career options or how many job vacancies are there for you after learning Python. First of all, Google is the best company right now. Just imagine, after my teaching profession for 3.5 years as a fresher, I joined for a startup company, of course, for 1 year. I developed something for 1 year after taking so many trainings. Now I'm just working for a Google-based company called MapMe, which is service-based company, of course. As a part-time developer, I'm just working with Google-based company. So that is the more exciting thing about career. You just have to learn the concepts properly, and that's all. You need not to mug up. You need not to know the thing. You can carry your book with you. You can just, what you have to do is you have to be skillful. Whatever the task will be given to you, you should be able to write the program. That's more than enough for them. Okay. Right now, Google is using Python. When Google got started in 1996, they started search system with Python only, by using Python only. Right now also, Google is offering many vacancies for the freshers also, or I think 3 to 5 years of experience. Even in Bangalore, it's there, like the career option is there. Google-based company, Google itself is having branch in Bangalore. Right now also you are having that career option. Google uses Python for beta search system, of course. YouTube has been written in Python. Raspberry is promoting it as its educational language. NASA is also using, of course, for scientific programming tasks. And best example is Netflix. Whenever you will be going with such system, like your profile will be created, and whatever series you have watched from the next episode, or you have stopped for half episode, means from there only you can start watching. All those things, how they'll be maintaining? Of course, by using documentation. That documentation part is done by using Python. Now we will be thinking, after learning Python, what should be my career? I want to be a developer. No need. You can go with data mining also. That is for documentation purpose also, or data mining, or fetching the data. For everything Python is being used. We'll discuss in our class one by one, like what are the things you can do by using Python. Almost everything, gaming, website creation, or just simple program writing, everything can be done by using Python. I'll just show you some of the simple codes, like what I'm talking about, why it is so simple, why everybody wants to learn Python. I'll just show you. You'll easily understand, I guess. Okay. Finally, the features of Python is it provides rich data types. Meaning is, previously we used to say struct, int, and then float, all these data types. No, including that, we are not excluding that. Including that, we are having tuples, dictionary. Sorry, we are having dictionary, tuples, list, sets, all these data types. How they have created this data type set is nothing but it should be user friendly. Whatever you want to type, you're just typing like that. Whatever you want to type, it will be possible by using Python. And easy to read syntax, just I already mentioned, if you know to read English, it's more than enough. You know Python, it will be that much easy to understand the syntax. Platform independent scripted language, this is most important feature of Python. That is nothing but whenever you'll be going with Linux, Mac, or Windows, Python is a supportive language for all these things. Runtime flexibility will be giving, of course. Next thing is it supports functional and structured programming language, which I have already discussed. Whether it is functional oriented or it is object oriented, both the things are being done by using Python. Since there is no compilation step, editing step, debugging step, testing is fast. We will be assuming like Python is fast, but still it will be taking some microseconds to show your output. So that's all, guys. What just I had to convey you as an introduction part to Python, why you have to learn Python and all. Now let us first see the syllabus. After that, I'll just show you like how simple the Python will be. So first of all, coming to introduction, you will be learning some of the features, definition, which we have discussed already. In detail, we'll be discussing all these things. Next is installation, how to install your Python PyCharm, which is necessary. 32-bit it is. Okay, fine. After that, using interpreter, in the sense there are some modes like interactive mode, script mode, everything which we'll be discussing. How to go with script mode. What is interactive mode? Interactive mode means one-on-one, like one line you will be typing, you will be getting the output, and the next line you will be typing like that. If you don't want that, you can go with script mode. Both the modes in Python itself I'll be showing. After that, in command prompt also I'll be showing how to execute the program. Finally, we will be going with PyCharm, which is IDE. What is IDE? Integrated Developed Environment. PyCharm is a suitable IDE for Python. Of course, like it has been designed especially for Python. How to use that, how to install that, what is the difference between this IDE which has been given by Python by default, ideally, and the PyCharm, which we'll be discussing. And then the most important thing which companies will be asking from you is modules and packages. Do you know to create a module? Do you know to create a package? Everything. So that is the first thing which we'll be learning. What do you mean by package? What do you mean by module? How to create that? And different packages and modules. How to use that? OS is there, sys is there, date time is there, calendar is there, rand is there. Apart from this also, many other modules are there. If time permits, we will be discussing all these modules in detail, like how to use that. One best example is, if you have to write a program, to conduct a meeting, you have to call each and everybody to meeting. Instead of calling everybody or sending mail to everybody, you can create an invitation like thing. You can just mention date, time, everything automatically into that. Once you have created date, time, you can mention that current date, time, it will be showing. So by using module, it is possible. In the same fashion for OS, it is operating system. Systems for sys, that is you will be going with different folders and directories. Like random numbers, you can generate. This will be useful in game. Why you will be using rand means for different games, random numbers you can generate, which we'll be discussing. And then finally, the fifth one, basic data types. First of all, string is there. All the numbers, float, int, everything is there. Long, double, all the things we'll be discussing. And what do you mean by concatenation, multi-assignment, input, how to give input, type conversion, everything we'll be discussing. After that, we'll be going with data types of Python or container type. That is dictionaries, list, tuples, and sets. What do you mean by dictionary? Dictionary will be having a key and value, how to use that, why to use that first of all, and then what's the difference between list, set, everything we'll be discussing. And why they have created, first of all, whether it is mutable, immutable, everything we'll be discussing. And then main function we'll discuss. In C++, you must have seen void main, int main, everything. That main, how that works in Python. And then variables, global and local variables, reference variables, garbage collection, everything. Garbage collection is very important. That is nothing but whatever you have created. Say, for example, A is equal to 5, C is equal to 10, something like that. You will be like giving the values to your variables, which has to be removed, erased to save the memory. Correct? No? That is nothing but concept of garbage collection. Reference variable was there in previously with C++ also. The same concept will be there. Reference variable will be using. How it is useful, how it is different, we'll be discussing. Functions. In functions, how to call the function. What do you mean by nested function? All these things are there. But important thing is, what is lambda? Undefined function. That is nothing but lambda. After that, you have to filter. You must have seen the filters in Amazon, I guess. If you are going for shopping in Amazon, it will be giving a filter option for you. You can go with your price tag, like within 500, more than 500 range, some colors, all these things can be done by using filters. How to do that, we'll discuss. Map function is there, reduce function is there. Reduce is nothing but merge it into one, add it or subtract it or make it into one, like that. Recursion is there, that is nothing but repetition for Fibonacci number. We'll be discussing that. And next thing is conditional statements. In that, as you will be knowing, if, else, else if, nested if, everything we'll be discussing with switch. And loops, which is also similar, while, for, everything will be there, just like previously in C++. But with that, two more things are there, iterators and generators. Okay. Next thing is Python oops, which is mandatory in Python. That is the basic thing in Python which we should discuss. How to go with classes, object, or creating a class or object. Constructors with example, like if the class is there, constructor should be there. How it is there, like how you can use that, we'll be discussing. Next is inheritance, inner class, inheritance concept also, you know, like the multi-level, all these things, inheritance. Inner class, class inside the class. And then duck typing means it's a concept which has been implemented only for Python, duck typing. How to go with different classes or functions of the class, how to use different functions of the class only by going with one object. I'm not creating object for all the classes, only one object will be created, but different functions of different classes I'll be using only by calling this object. How it is done, we'll be discussing. Next, which is also important, that is exceptions, using try, except, finally, like if you will be having some error, usually developers headache is error. For example, if you are going with ATM machine, simple ATM machine, the user doesn't know to handle the machine, correct? No, it's your responsibility. Always your program should work, or it should terminate in such a way that it should not be harmful for the next user, correct? No, if the person is not able to enter the password, what should happen? If he is entering the password wrongly, what will be happening? If he is just typing instead of password itself, what should happen? For everything, you should imagine the error and write the program, correct? No, that is your task. No, how you can do that? Try. If it is working, if it is not working, that option will be given by using try. Except for this error, go with the program. Imagine your 1,000 lines of program is not running because of one error. How do you feel? So for all these things, what should happen is like except, try, except options should be there. No, that has been implemented because of in Python. That is nothing but exception. Regular expressions are very important when you are going with web development. You will understand the importance of regular expressions. Apart from this, that is nothing but split, match, find all these are nothing but you're just going with or playing with your strings. When you will be going with website creation, you will understand what do you mean by find, iter, match, why it is important, what do you mean by split, why you'll be using search, every operation will be there. Next, file handling is nothing but you will be creating a file, you will be appending something or adding something into the file which has been already created. How to read from the file, write from the file, path library, how to change, copying from one file to another file, renaming the file, automatically zipping the file. What I want to tell is manually you will be doing all these things. You know to open a file. Like for example, if I say in Word, you open the file, you type something, everything is possible. But what if I say text file you should create by using Python codes? If a user is entering from one end, like I have to create a file. Now I have to enter something like just for example, feedback of the user has to be taken. How will you take first of all? How will you store that? So for those things, you have to create a file by using the codes, Python codes. So that is the first thing. You will be creating the file by using code, and then you will be appending something to like whatever he has or the person has entered, that will be appended. And then whenever it has to be read, you will be giving the option like read from the file, and you can change the path of that. You can zip the file and send it. Apart from this also, there are many other operations. If the time permits, for sure we'll be discussing everything. This is very important in companies. How will you create a file and module? Apart from that, these are basic things. See, Python, oops, and loops, conditional statements, functions, everything you will like, usually everybody will be knowing. How will you deal with file handling and then what else to say? Dictionaries, tuples, how will you use these things? That does matter today. See, everybody writes, no, even if you are taking simple example like writing in English, everybody will write. What does matter is how will you precisely write whatever you think. That does matter. In the programming language also, you will also write codes. I'll also write codes. That is the output is same. How will I write the codes in such a way that errors should not be coming at all? Like all the different errors should be avoided. Different types of errors also we'll be discussing, guys. Don't worry. How to handle that also we'll be discussing. Why user will be committing error, why the developer will be committing some errors, in which way we should think to avoid the errors, all these things we'll be discussing. And then threading and multi-threading is very useful for your gaming, of course. Just threading is nothing but you're just opening two different windows and working with that, or you're doing two different things. How it is possible, that we'll be discussing. See, you will feel all these concepts we know. There is nothing new. Correct. You're absolutely correct. You know all these things because of C++, C, or different background, whichever background you must have come, Java, JavaScript, everything. What I want to tell is, first of all, how perfectly you will be knowing the thing. Immediately, how will you write the program? That has started to them, like whenever they are recruiting. First thing, and the second thing is, your coding should be doing the things, creating a file, creating website, everything should be happening through coding only. You won't be present during the process being a developer, no? You have to develop the things and leave it, correct, no? So it has to be precise or perfect. That does matter. So that is why all these topics we'll be discussing in detail, how much ever it is possible. Apart from that, I'll be giving some assignments to you, or you can think of different things, whatever you think. Say for example, whether it is hotel menu or it is CA company, chartered accountant company, you should be able to create a file, or the process should happen automatically. That's what they'll be expecting. If you are purchasing an app of yours, an app should be running perfectly in such a way that there is no manual need. There is no need of some different people to handle that. If you are just entering the data, it's finished off. You will be entering the employee details, salary details, everything manually. It has to calculate how much incentive you have got, how much deduction you got, everything. All these things with different examples will be learned. So to whichever company you will be going, according to your fate, it should be helpful for you. Yes, I know this concept. Only thing is some modifications I have to do. That's how it has to be, correct? No. So finally, as your project or some gamings also, we will go with if the time permits. And web program and Django framework is there for web development only. A simple website will be created in front of you. You can also try it out within 1 hour, how to create that with simple codes. I don't know any language. No need to go with C, C++. I know English, and that's more than enough for me. If you know English, within 1 hour, by knowing all these topics perfectly, you can create website. I'm not telling you should know CSS. You should know little bit HTML. I won't speak like that. Only by knowing all these concepts perfectly, you will be able to create a simple website. Since this training oriented, I'll be showing a simple website. What else I can say? Like if the time permits, or if you are more interested, you can try with complicated websites also. So this is the syllabus, guys. I just want to show one more thing to you. That is how simple Python is. See, previously, if you must have come from different programming language background, printf, scanf, everything you used to type, no? See, this is nothing but my Python ideally, which is default with the Python software, ideally will be given by default. In that, ideally, I'm just showing the output to you. It is in interactive mode. That means one by one. It like if I type something, it will immediately show the output to me. See, line by line. Interactive mode means that only. Immediately, it will interact with me and show me the output. This is the first thing. I just want to show how simple it is. See, I'm not typing anything like printf, scanf, include stdio.h. Nothing, guys, nothing. You need not to include anything. See, it acts like a calculator, no? Right now, 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. The output has come, and you can see the color difference also. Like it's in, like whenever you are typing just numbers, it's in black, and then it is turning it to blue, everything. I want to print something now. Now, I'll just go with print, open the brace, like a small bracket. Inside that, with the single quote or double quote, anything you type. I don't want to waste your time by typing a sentence. See, it prints. Just you have to click on the enter. This is interactive mode. We'll be discussing big programs like a number of source codes we'll be writing. Don't worry, guys. But still, one thing which you should observe is print is a function. Then what should be the keyword for that? Print itself. Why will you go with printf, scanf, which will be hard to remember? This is the reason why I was telling it's very simple to understand, very easy to understand, very easy to remember. That is why everybody are moving towards Python nowadays. See, whatever I just wanted to print, I print. One more thing which you should know is, whenever you are going with function, you should remember you will be opening the bracket and closing it. Even if I do some wrong thing, like let the error come, print. See, missing parenthesis in call to print. Did you mean opening and closing the bracket with? So it's very easy to understand the error statements also. It is displaying syntax error. Previously, we were not able to understand the error itself sometimes. Now it's not the case. Missing parenthesis, clearly it is displaying the error. So this much easy the Python will be. That's all I wanted to tell. And see, I'm not mentioning one more thing, data types. Int, float, a is equal to int 3, b is equal to something like that. I'm not mentioning at all. Simply it's smoothly happening. 3 plus 4, simply I'm mentioning. And the second thing is with print, like here also, string, I have not mentioned anything, string or something like that. Only one technique is there. Whenever we are going with numbers, simply we'll type it. 3 plus 4, 3 into 4, 3 minus 4, whatever you want to try with, or just 3 also. Whenever you are going with string, you will go with single quote or double quotes. It's your wish. Let's copy this, go with double quotes. See, I'll erase single quote and go with double quote. You should take care whenever you are opening double quotes, you should end with double quotes. Whenever you are going with single quote, the same thing should be done. See. So from now on for us, whatever is coming inside the single quote or double quote, it's string. Whenever we are going with just numbers, it will automatically take. Okay. If you are asking, oh, then int, float, double, string, all these concepts are not there. It's there. It's inbuilt. That is why we'll be telling huge library support has been given by Python. See, a is equal to 2. Simply I'm typing. Now I want to know the type of a. Okay, spelling mistake, sorry. It is displaying here, it is integer type. Okay, what I mean to say is the concept is there. 3 is integer or this number is integer. Automatically it is just taking that. I need not mention int space a is equal to 2 or something. Multi-assignment is also there. Previously a is equal to 2, 1 line wasted. B is equal to 3, 1 more line wasted. I need not to do that. A comma B is equal to, or you can go with different names also. Instead of wasting time, I'm just going with simple things. That's all. See, it has been taken. Since I'm not asking to print, it is not printing. Or I need not to go with print function also. See, it is just showing a is equal to 2. I just type a. This is the powerful thing about interactive prompt, or this is how powerful Python is. Very, very simple to understand, to use, everything. Finally, it's your option whether you want to become Pythoneer, Pythonista. It's up to you. So this is how the things will be going on with Python, guys. Anything and everything can be done by using Python. So that's all, guys. I just wanted to show these things to you. Any queries or anything you want to ask, you can go with.
Thank you so much, Deepthi madam. So what is the duration for this course?
Actually, by March end, we'll be finishing off, sir. First of all, I would like to say sorry because we started a little bit late because of some inconvenience. Apart from that, there'll be no delay from the next week onwards. Like the beginning will be from 23rd of this month. By March end, we'll be finishing off this.
No problem. Though it is delayed, it is a fantastic interactive demo, I can say. So what is the duration, fee, and everything, like timing?
For all these queries, I'll be passing a number to you guys, or the mail. You must have enrolled with IT Tools with respect to your mail IDs, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be discussing everything. On the brochure itself, they must have mentioned 500 per head or something, which is very less. If you are going for one-on-one training, which we'll only be taking in Bangalore also, it's some 10,000 around. Only for from IT Tools side, they have made it as 500 per person.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any more queries?
So is there any certification? I forgot to ask, sorry.
Yeah, of course, sir. Certification should be given, no? Like that's why people will be coming with what to say, different training sectors just for the certification sake, no?
All right.
That
So
will
can I
be
have this?
provided.
Yeah, sure. Can I have this recorded demo in the group?
Sure,
so
sir. In the group, in the mail ID, they will be sending all the recorded sessions to you people.
All right.
Apart from that, also daily class with the materials. First of all, what I thought was, whatever the program I just want to discuss, the entire source code will be like source copy will be created and sent to you guys, so that you won't be wasting time by writing that or typing that or something, or it will be avoiding errors also, so that
Sure.
everybody will feel, yeah, there is no error, I can also write program. Initially it will be happening. Apart from that also, I'll send the materials.
Sure, sure. So basically it's going to be a weekend sessions?
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
Saturday 4 to 5:30, I guess, within 1.5 hours. If I have to extend some 10-20 minutes, I'll extend.
Oh, that's
Fine.
great. So we are going to receive the communication in the group now regarding the when to start and how to pay
Yes,
the.
sir. It's a tentative date. Like we are expecting more and more candidates. That's all. So 23rd onwards, we just want to start the course. We don't want to go with further more delays. After that, by March end, we'll finish it off.
Thank you so much, Deepthi, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.